Hello, hoping all of you are doing well. Today we talk a little bit about various stamps worldwide and some of their values. Let's get started. France. A 1947 mint light hinged, nicely designed airmail stamp cataloging a cool $50. And another of 1972 mint not hinged, but imperforated. This one I could only find in the series 2003 catalog, which I have, cataloging about 60 euros, well, roughly about similar in US dollars. So, two very nice stamps, especially the top one here, nice design and nice size stamp. The one on the left with a huge margin, everything in mint not hinge condition. Also very nice, very collectible. In New Zealand, we have two mint not hinge stamps of 1901. Very clean, very nice, and a mint not hinged stamp of 1954. Old and newer stamps in nice condition, well designed, and good catalog values of $83 are very desirable, I feel. Very attractive. Well done. And New Zealand again, 1915 and 1921. All in mint light hinged condition, also very clean, nice colors, and a catalog value of about $72.50. Also a very nice addition to any collection. Of course, these are only 3 out of a longer set, but nonetheless, very nice. And Bermuda, a very nice King George V issue of 1927 or 1930 or 1931. A difficult choice which has to do with color. A likely candidate for the exportizer, since the value can be, respectively, $75, $3,500, or $100. Yeah, that is substantial differences in value. So that one definitely should go to the exportizer. We can assume a certain color, but I don't think, many of us have the expertise to positively ID and certify. So the exportizer, thank you, will be our help, biggest help. Liechtenstein. This issue of 1912 or 1915, question mark, in mint not hinged condition. This one a bit easier to identify. It is of the chalky paper type. The paper is very smooth and also very glossy, which this one is. Therefore, it is of the 1912 issue. The 1915 issue is on unsurfaced paper and catalogs slightly less. However, either way, a good stamp. And it certainly doesn't look like it, like just a normal low value stamp, but again, a close look reveals a great valued stamp. $200 for the top booklet pane of Western Germany, and only $70 of the lower booklet pane of West Germany, all look alike and easy to identify as just one kind. However, the difference, as noted in a specialized catalog, and typically only there, you will find that the top one has smooth gum, which is also visible on the paper, which is very smooth on the back. Typically, when they rib gum, as they did on the bottom pane, you can see slight ribbing in the paper. On the top item, you cannot. It's totally smooth. Yes, they do look alike, but they certainly are not the same. Used panes are considered complete without the margins or tabs that are typically on the left in this particular case. Why is that? Because typically booklet panes, if used for postage, are just separated out of the booklets rather than taken apart, which may be the case for a collector to do that, to get the margin as well, because on used booklet panes, additionally having the margin, yes, also adds to the value even more. Now, mint hinged booklet panes must have the selvage or tab. Otherwise, they are just considered C-tenants. So if you are faced with buying a booklet pane in mint condition, make sure it does have the tab. Used, even some dealers don't understand this. They feel the booklet pane doesn't or does need to have the tab even on used, which is not the case. So be careful if you are faced to purchase one. In Germany, booklet pane of 1960 with full left margin used. Here's a good example, having the additional margin even on a used booklet pane. As I explained in just a recent video on a Swedish booklet, which had a number, here is a good example of when you do have a number, yes, in a specialized catalog, in this case, this particular booklet pane is listed. And there are different versions. Some have a red number, some have a black number, others have a letter L, and so on and so forth. There's about 5 or 6 different possibilities, or just a plain blank margin, which is the lowest value. So this particular booklet pane, because of the red margin number, which is basically a sheet number, catalogs, astoundingly, $500. Yes, so it does pay to pay close attention, but most of all, to have good reference material that will explain the different situations that can be on just these type of booklet panes. So it sure doesn't look like a $500 item, does it? No, but it is. And here we have a used block from a booklet pane sheet with the plate number, where the best value is in this particular case right here, the plate number. If you have that in conjunction with a proper pair here, because it carries onto this particular stamp as well, that one catalogs $120. And this particular, well, unfortunately has a little separation. So even if it did not have the separation, this one is not really considered a booklet pane because it was not in a booklet. It was taken out of a booklet pane sheet, which carries quite a few booklet panes once they are separated and put into booklets by the postal system or whoever does the work for them. So everything has some significance. So be very careful and look closely. It certainly can be some benefit. And here we have an unusual 1955 C tenant with a huge sheet margin, all in mint not hinged, and a cool catalog value of, yes, $170. Without the margin, just the C tenant on the right here, if it was separated, it would only catalog about $14. So, German booklets, old and new, offer a multitude of varieties and values accordingly. Again, I stress the importance of accurate reference material. I'm more familiar with the German booklets than most other countries' booklets because I had specialized in these some years ago. And that's why I do always insist on having the Michel specialized catalog to give me all the details necessary for proper identification. In Netherlands, this issue of June 28, 1952, in mint not hinged and a catalog value of $90 can easily be mistaken by an identical set, only in different colors, issued on the same date, but at a catalog value of only $10. So this one I almost missed myself because every time I see these stamps and I look them up, well, I look at the first listing and it's very, very cheap and did not pay attention. So I make mistakes as well. So we are not perfect and we do make mistakes and we hope to learn by them. So be careful when you look at this set. If it is these colors, you have a good set. So here we go. Yeah, always learn, every day. And this Netherlands stamp, relatively common issue of 1931 in perf 14.5 by 13.5, was actually issued in 1939 and catalogs in mint not hinged condition a cool $190. Who would have thought that? This hobby is simply full of surprises. Well, I hope you enjoyed a bit of my video, and I do appreciate you watching. Thank you so very much. Yes, sometimes a close look does reveal a possible treasure. So again, we have to be very detailed and make sure we identify properly. I wish all of you good luck and stay healthy. My channel, Stamp Space, My Fun Things. Thanks again.